And you just mentioned the tone of the room and the situation. So let's go of the tone of your voice, because the third part is the C4 communication. And in How You Impress, we talk a lot about what you say at the very beginning when you, for example, go on stage or start an event, and how you say it, how you use your voice as an instrument, the tone of your voice, the pace, the sound of your voice. What is your experience with the C4 communication?
It's absolutely essential to set the right tone with your voice. I have several frameworks that I use for that. And one of them is from a good friend of mine, Michael Wilkinson, who runs a company that is, to me, the best in the business when it comes to facilitation. And he has this model of a four level of energies in a room. And the point is, if we start off with our highest level of a voice, at some point we will trail off. So the person that opens up a session or even a speech at a low-pitched voice, it gets worse, right?
Yes.
So to sustain a room, we have to start at the highest levels, and then we're going to go down to maybe like a level 2 and sustain that all the way through. But we use our voice and continue to raise it to inject energy. And we do that for transitions. We do that for punctuating certain points and for emphasis. When I teach presentation skills, one of the things I focus on is I go through a 4P process. And one of the things I talk about is how your intonation is critical. And I go through breathing exercises because sometimes it really is a factor of how we're breathing and the ability to sustain a sentence, our air. All of that controls the audience. It also relates to how people learn. People learn in primarily 3 different ways. Either the kinesthetic learners, they have to touch something. They learn through auditory, or they learn through visual. For my auditory learners in the room or auditory participants, they need the sound of my voice. And they are latched onto not necessarily the words in as much as how I'm using the words. And so how you're using words, your intonation, your phrasing, your energy, all of that is a level of communication outside of specific words that facilitators need to focus on.
Interesting.